applesauce, bitch.
What's up, everybody? This is Choice.
This is Tom.
And this is the Applesauce Podcast, episode 18.
Yep.
We're in PvP right now.
PvP?
No, player versus player.
Oh.
We're in the same room. We're not online.
Yep. Audio is so much better.
Yeah. You did it from Tallahassee last week.
Yeah.
How was that?
Like the trip to Tallahassee or doing the podcast from Tallahassee?
Both, I guess.
Tallahassee was fine.
Okay.
You know what's interesting about Tallahassee is there's like, I was working, so I didn't get a lot of chance to do like fun stuff, but.
Right. Do you do fun stuff when you go to Tallahassee?
No.
And what would that be?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Go to Congress? Like, wait.
Well, it is a college town, so there's got to be some fun shit to do.
Is it a college town?
Yeah, Florida State's there.
I thought Florida State was somewhere else.
No, Florida State's there. It's definitely a college.
I thought it was like Blacksburg or something like that. No, I'm thinking of Virginia Tech. What is? That's not the town that Florida State is in, is it? Mm-hmm. Tallahassee?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'll.
You'll defer to my judgment.
I'll award you the points.
Well, what I was gonna say is like every time I go to lunch with the group that I work with there, it's always like a mom and pop place. Like there's chains there, but it seems like there's tons of like just small like privately owned like restaurants and stuff and bars. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Each one has its own.
Gainesville. That is the place I was looking for. It's in Gainesville.
What is in Gainesville?
I mean, Gainesville's near Tallahassee, but
not at all.
UF is in Gainesville. It says it right here on Wikipedia.
Yeah, University of
Florida.
Oh, Florida State. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
I was thinking Florida State.
Yeah, they're like they need to switch that up. It's very confusing.
Yeah. So one of those are there. Yeah. So University of Florida is definitely in Gainesville.
Okay.
They're nowhere near each other though.
Yeah.
It's like
I thought
3
Gainesville,
hours.
like where's Gainesville closer to though? That's like northern Florida, I thought.
No.
Or it's like the middle of Florida.
It's between Orlando and Tallahassee.
Okay.
So it's about 2 hours out of Orlando and probably like a little over 2 hours from Tallahassee.
All right.
I've driven it way too many times.
Of course.
So, but doing the podcast, it wasn't bad. Like,
yeah.
I didn't get a chance to listen to the audio if it was bad or anything. Like,
well, I haven't uploaded it yet.
Oh,
so.
Why don't you get on that?
Well, I've been editing video for another podcast like all week, so I figured out a cool way to edit the video. So it's gonna help me like give it like a 24-hour turnaround, I think, for everything. So
what is that? Like, is it a different process or a different software?
It's a different process, bro.
A process?
It's a different process.
You're gonna process it differently. Such nerds.
It's a wicked piss of processor. The thing that's been hanging me up is like once I like export the video, like I have to do like in the clips like individually, and that was taking me like hours like at a time. So I can like set it all up to do it, and then it just works through it.
You mean you had to upload or cut the
cut each one and then export it out as an MP4?
Oh, I see.
Or MP3, MP4.
An MP4. Oh, and then but this way it lets you just like set the cuts and then export it all at once and then.
Right. I mean, I export each one, but you can do them. You can do it like it'll
batch export.
Yeah, it'll batch export. But there's not like a button that says batch export, which I wish fucking iMovie, if they're listening to this, a batch export feature would be fucking awesome.
I'm sure it's in Pro, the one you pay for, Final Cut.
I have Final Cut. Well, no, I have
you have
Premiere. I have Premiere, Adobe Premiere.
Oh, okay.
I haven't started messing with that yet though.
Oh, you haven't?
I got Photoshop and just.
Did you buy it?
It's like a cloud. Yeah, it's like $25 a month.
Oh, not bad.
With my student discount.
Your student discount.
Yeah, I'm still in school, right?
Yeah, we're all students of life.
I'm going to UF.
We're all students of life.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into
this week.
So what happened this week? You haven't caught up on Silicon Valley, which I'm pissed about.
No.
You need to catch up on Silicon Valley.
Have you caught up on Walking Dead?
Fuck you.
Okay. So
don't fucking bring up old stuff. Is Walking Dead on hiatus again? Or
no, the season's about to end.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna catch up on that like ever probably. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say
somebody spoiled something for me. I don't want to say it, but like they spoiled something.
No, you can spoil it.
I don't want to. No, I mean I don't want to confirm it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't want me to like confirm that?
Yeah, I just wanted to forget. I just wanted it to go away in my brain. You know, like if enough, it's like a hard drive. If you erase over enough of it, like it'll
like
just,
a death, like that.
Yeah,
type of?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just don't.
I'm pretty
just
sure
don't-
now I know what you're talking about.
Don't
Then
do it. Just stop it.
can I play the clip for you? Oh, you're talking about this.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So we have here the BET founder, first black. Was he the first black billionaire?
I don't know. They said that.
This I don't know. That one didn't make any sense to me.
Why?
But, well, was he the first black billionaire?
I would imagine.
I thought Oprah was.
Well, BET's been around a lot longer than Oprah has.
I know, but nobody ever said anything about this guy. I don't even know his name. Like I forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. But how many like businessmen do you really know? Like,
That's why he's got the kind of like style I want. Where you're just like you see the guy like in Publix and you're just like I don't know, like get out of my way. Like, what are you my? I'm trying to.
You're not important in this
I'm
world.
trying to get my fucking cereal and your fucking cart is in my way. I want to be the billionaire that someone yells at like that. You know what I mean? And I was just
You're
like,
like-
oh, I'm sorry. Let me move my cart.
I made more in the time you yelled at me than you made in 2 years.
But you don't say that. You think that. You don't.
You
say
don't
it.
say it.
You don't act out on it.
It was interesting.
Robert Johnson. It's a pretty standard name.
Are you expecting him to have a word like a non-standard name?
Like what Bentley Farnsworth, the 15.
He has to be because he's a billionaire. He has to have like a trumped up name.
A preppy name, yeah. Yeah. So there's this article that you uploaded that said he is loving Trump's economy.
Well, you're saying there's something good going with Trump's economy. Obviously, it's good.
So he's still on Team Trump. It appears.
I guess I don't really see that he like endorses Trump. It's
He
just
just
saying like
complimented, the economy.
this something's happening here that's good in the
Yeah.
Trump economy. Like we can't deny it. So I just thought that was interesting though,
Yeah.
because how much like Trump's not really liked in the black community. I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, there's other stuff he said, so it wasn't
What?
the shithole countries thing. The discriminatory housing policies. And
What discriminatory housing policies?
he had like a scam. I guess the policy was like they would mark, like black applicants, or like Hispanic applicants C on their application for like colored, and they wouldn't let them into the building.
Oh, I remember hearing something
So
about
like
that.
the government had to get involved and like just expose kind of that, you know,
and like break that up.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff, you know, is not cool.
No. I feel like that's the weirdest thing for like a financial institution to do because it's like, don't you want to sell? Like,
Well, yeah, I don't
if
know.
like all their credit checks out, who gives a fuck what color their skin is? Buy this
Yeah.
shit so I can make my commission.
I think they were like pulling in racist people, and the racist people were
we're
trying
doing-
to like, you know, like,
we're doing that.
Let's keep it a little lighter.
Yeah.
If you
Let's maintain the color palette here.
don't mind. Yeah. So yeah, the article said that unemployment went from its worst in 2010 at like 17%, right? Mm-hmm. To like it's like 6.9 right now.
Yeah. Was that was the black or was that overall
That was the black unemployment. I
the
believe.
black unemployment?
Which is, I mean, considering where it was, I mean, what happened in 2008, I think that's, I want to say it's, you can give him maybe a little bit of credit, but it's more Obama coming into his, you know,
Well, you have to also look at like what
because
it was.
January 2017, he hadn't made any policies yet.
Right. He did reduce a whole bunch of regulations though.
We got to put Michael Cohen on the list. That's
Michael
what I'm gonna-
Cohen.
Yeah. Did you see that happen this week? I'll add it. to
Oh
this.
yeah, I remember.
add it to the list.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, but it is a decent drop from when he did become president.
Right.
And there was a bunch of regulations that he cut.
Yeah.
To up, and then the tax break thing that did really help and get a lot of people back.
You know what would get him elected and may be forgiven by the black community if he fixes the Flint, Michigan crisis.
They stopped doing bottled water. I just read an article the other day.
Yeah, like they stopped distributing the bottled water.
Because the lead levels are lower.
But but they're still like poisonous.
See, this is the part I don't understand though. So the Flint, Michigan is a city that has a fully Democrat like legislator in everything of the state.
Even Detroit, yeah.
Detroit, everything. It's shitty. Detroit is crumbling, but hold on, it's the president that's a Republican's
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
No, but you said like he should go fix it.
But I'm saying if he wanted points
with the black community,
exactly.
Fix the fuck up of the Democrats.
Go out of his way to
to fix.
Like, he'd lose. Yeah, they would vote Republican probably.
He could probably pull. I just don't think he needs to do that because he had Michigan in the last election. I think.
Yeah, but barely though. I think he's gonna have a harder time this go around with those Democratic states.
The economy's better. How could he have a worse time?
He's got like all this other baggage.
Everything that you're talking about, no one gives a shit about that.
But I'm saying all the Republicans are fucking fleeing from office now. I mean, you have your fucking buddy here, Paul Ryan.
It's not my buddy.
Not seeking re-election. Yes, he is. He's your buddy.
He's not my buddy.
He's your best friend.
He's not my best friend.
You guys FaceTime each other all the time.
Like, don't talk about my personal shit, all right? Trust me, he would not FaceTime with me because I would probably be yelling at him.
You call him P-Ride. What's up, P-Ride?
Remember when Romney and I, when we went to get pancakes, I talked to you?
Yeah, man. How you doing, man? Still slicing to the left? Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like the Republicans are a little bit on their heels, right? You have who's the other guy?
It could just mean that they're confident in people being elected, though.
You think so? I mean, what I know you don't count Jeff Flake. That's his name, right? The one in Arizona.
Jeff Flake.
He gave up his seat. He's a senator.
Yeah, I can't remember right now off the top of my head. Didn't he retire? There's a lot of them retiring though.
Yeah, but Jeff Flake is not an old guy though. He's like a younger.
Wasn't there a reason he gave up his seat though?
Because he couldn't get reelected. Is what I heard. But anyways, there's Jeff Flake. There's Troy Gowdy, I believe his name is. And now Paul Ryan.
Flake. I thought there was something with Jeff Flake that. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this guy. I don't remember why.
You know who he looks like? He looks like the dude that retired from KH. I'll say.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. From the marketing guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Is he retired yet?
Oh yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he's fully retired. Like,
okay.
For a while, he was coming in like a few days a week. Like he'd come in on like at noon. A few days a week. He was more of just.
He's a really nice guy.
Oh, I loved him. I went to lunch with him a couple times.
I didn't mind helping him out.
Yeah, although I've heard that he was like mean to the marketing people.
Yeah, he not hated, but he was like ruled with an iron fist.
Yeah, but he was always so nice to us. Like,
yeah.
I called him at the gym one time because I was trying to help him with his computer, and like I didn't realize he didn't come in all day. He came in like Tuesdays and Thursdays or something. I didn't realize he came in at noon, so I like dialed him up at like 10:30. I was like, "Hey, you need help?" He's like, "Oh, I'm at the gym. I'll be at the office." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
It's like, dude, you're like 80 years old.
It was just
what are
really
you doing
funny.
at the gym? You're just like standing around stretching the whole time.
I'm sorry, but I would not be answering my cell phone at the gym. But
yeah, I mean, we've had to do that. I mean, I've had to do it.
Yeah. I meant now. Yes, I would. At his age, I'm not answering for shit.
Yeah. Like I don't even. There's no reason. But anyways, yeah, I think.
So there's like 4 people. Paul Ryan, I think, is retiring for.
Paul Ryan's a big one though. He's a Speaker of the House. But I guess you could say that about Boehner. Boehner retired at kind of the.
He got pushed out though.
Yeah, he
was like. They pretty much told him like you're not going to get reelected.
Yeah.
And so he resigned. I almost think Paul Ryan's getting close to that same. That same situation,
yeah,
and he wants to get out before because I really think that he knows he's not going to get the votes again because a lot of the Republicans are not happy with him as speaker.
Why not? Because he's got the tax thing pushed through, right?
Yeah, but they're not pushing through other stuff. They're not taking advantage of the media, like blowing up over something stupid Trump's doing, and start pushing shit through. Like,
you don't think they're getting out because like they know something?
Know what?
That like I don't know. There's like after this Michael Cohen bust, there's like some stuff, and then.
How would that affect them, though?
Well, I mean, like they're kind of in the middle of it.
How?
Because you have the R next to their name, and that's what Trump has next to his name.
Yeah, but I don't think that would really affect them.
You don't think so?
No. Like, how is that attached to them, though?
Because they supported his policies and everything. I mean, they supported him. He's one of them.
Well, yeah, they supported the policies that they wanted. He came on board later on. It's not like they jumped on board when Trump came along.
I mean, everybody's going to associate Trump with Republicans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I just think that there's not, because of how long they've been in Congress.
I mean, Nixon's the same way.
Yeah, but I mean, a few years later, we had to
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
but it was like a decade later.
It wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was.
Ronald Reagan was elected in 80.
80 what? Like 4?
No, 80. Well, he was reelected in 84. He ran for president first time 76.
And then Nixon was like what? 70 what? When was Watergate?
Nixon,
oh no, is it Watergate? It's Watergate, right?
76 would have been Carter's actual election, so it would have been
72. So it was 8 years later.
Mm-hmm. So it was one term, one real term. I mean, you could say 2 terms, but one president later.
Sorry, I just got a text.
Yeah, we're not doing a podcast here.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just, I thought it was work. All right.
You work too much, man. I don't think as much as what the left thinks is going to be attached to Trump gets attached to the Republicans.
You don't think so?
No. Because I think Trump is really his own brand.
Oh God.
What are you doing there?
I'm all right.
You all right? All right.
I'll live.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
All right. Next one's that investor thing for Zuckerberg. Did you read that?
I did. There's a guy that wants him to get out.
Well, no. Remember, I was talking about this last week. I don't know if I was talking about it on the podcast or we were just.
I think we were just like, I forget when we were talking about it.
Yeah, we might have been talking about it on the podcast, or
maybe it was on the
just
podcast.
To recap. But last week we were talking about it that I thought that investors were going to use this Cambridge Analytica thing in order to get him to resign as chairman and CEO.
I read this, but I thought he was smart when I read this.
What?
Because Mark Zuckerberg, he has 60% voting rights, so he can never be overruled.
No, the board can remove him.
Can they?
Yes.
I thought he said he retained voting rights, so nobody could outvote him.
I don't think he has that.
Yeah, it says
he would have to have 60% of the board seats, not 60% of the shares.
Let's see. Where's it at? Zuckerberg holds 16% of Facebook stock, but retains 60% of the company's voting rights, making it all but impossible for investors to unseat him against his will. In September, Facebook's board blocked a plan that would have entrenched Zuckerberg's voting power even further by reclassifying the company's stock.
Okay, I forgot about that part then.
So yeah, he's a fucking smart guy.
Yeah, he set that up well.
Yeah, I was thinking of Silicon Valley, like as soon as that happened. I was like,
the only thing that would also force it is if investors started selling and the stock started tanking. If they lost confidence in him as CEO, then other investors would pressure him to step down.
They would pressure him, but he could still keep the company.
Right, but the company could be worthless.
Yeah, I mean, he'll go down with the ship.
Right, so I mean, he could have a worthless company.
But there's no way Facebook's going to be worthless anytime soon.
If investors are uncertain about what he's doing and start pulling out, worthless is a technical term too. Yeah. Losing, $50 billion can happen in a stock market.
Yeah, losing equity in your stock, because that's he only has 16% of the stock though, so the rest of his money is probably liquid now.
Right, but there's other investors that have that money and they're going to pull out fast.
He can go work for Amazon.
He can go work for Amazon. What's that guy's name? Jeff
Bezos.
Bezos. He's like, come here.
Come here, Marky.
Let's build something together. Yeah.
Come here,
Facebook,
little buddy.
or what do you call it? Amazon would love that to gobble up Facebook.
Would they? What would they do with Facebook? You think?
What would they do with it?
Other than just sell their shit?
It would probably they use it to push their shit and then other advertisements.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos is the richest guy in the world now. Mm-hmm. You know that?
There was somebody I was talking to earlier today that said that because all his wealth is hidden, actually Putin is the richest man in the world and is worth over $2 billion.
2 trillion, you mean?
2 billion.
You mean trillion?
No.
$2 billion. You mean he's
No, I'm sorry, 200 billion.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos is worth 100.
I was gonna say, I was like, $2 billion. Yeah, Donald Trump's worth $2 billion.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was thinking, I saw the two zeros in my head, but it only said the two.
It's that thing we were talking about last week. Where you're just like, you said, I know I said what I said, right? Like, you're not getting it.
No, I'm right.
Yeah.
But he hides all his money.
But
And like through like shells and stuff like that like we can't break open because it's Russia. And so technically he's like, somebody was saying that
you think he really does have that much money?
they think that he might have that much money, that he actually might be it's suspected, but that he might be the richest man in the world. And just no one really knows it because no one could really trace down everything he has.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thought.
The most billionaires in the world are in Russia.
Really?
Yeah, because when the Soviet Union collapsed,
they gobbled up all of the...
They started buying up everything and everything.
Yeah, the alumina, like the raw materials. Mm-hmm. So there's like, people that...
And then there was people that was part of the party and stuff like that got deals in early because it was collapsing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the most amount of billionaires in the world is in like Moscow.
No way.
Mm-hmm. It might not be now. That's stat from like...
I thought it was the U.S.
8 years ago or something like that. But
Or China. China has a lot.
They're coming up on that though. They might have overtaken it now.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about. We already talked about Paul Ryan. Let's talk about the. Was that Netflix? Like the Netflix sound?
Yeah, well, I was wondering what that was actually.
the biggest Black Lives Matter page on Facebook is fake, and has raked in more than 100,000 and run by a white Australian man.
I thought this was fucking hilarious.
I didn't get a chance to read this one, so like, could you just give a quick synopsis of it? I
only briefly like skimmed it. I just thought the headline was funny, but yeah, I guess this guy in Australia, and I think he worked for, like was a board member of a company or something like that. But he set up a Black Lives Matter page and was selling Black Lives Matter like merchandise and taking donations and stuff like that. And he has no connection to Black Lives Matter whatsoever. And he's a white guy in Australia.
What the fuck? Oh my God. Like and people are donating money to it thinking that it actually is Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I hope this guy stays in Australia.
Yeah, I think he's being in, like, they're investigating him there, though.
Like, it might actually be a crime?
Yeah, because it is fraud,
Technically, yeah.
Technically, and it's international fraud, technically. So I don't know if if they have any laws against it or anything like that. But I thought that was interesting.
Hi, you. Black Lives Matter.
We here believe Black Lives Matter. If you'd like to donate $10.
That's not a knife. Yeah, that's insane. I guess it's do your research before you invest in something.
Or donate on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, don't donate on Facebook.
Or donate to like a place that you know is legitimate.
Yeah. So, what else we got? The sun. Did you hear about the sun?
No, you were bringing this up earlier.
There's like it's like this. It's called the solar minimum. It's like the end of I guess the sun has like cycles that it goes through, and part of it is it shoots magnetic solar flares at us. So they call it them cornel holes.
I need TP for my bunghole. I am cornhordial. But
apparently it's causing like the solar lights to be seen further down the I guess the poles.
Oh, okay.
So you could see, like, they said that you could see it as far as like North Dakota.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now. So it's like it sounds worse than it is, but it's technically harmless. I think the next cycle it's going to is the dangerous one.
But it actually spits out like EM waves and stuff at us.
Yeah, I was thinking, there's no, like, my cell signal's been shit all week. So it's like,
you thought it's related to this?
Yeah, I was like, there's no way. So that's why I clicked on the article. I was like, these motherfuckers, they're not telling us that this fucking sun is ruining my cell signal.
And there's no way.
It's just Broward County sucks for AT&T.
Really?
Yeah.
You would think it would be good.
There's something about Broward County and AT&T is just they don't work well together.
How much data do you use on your cell plan? Do you ever look at it?
No, not really. It's got to be in the gigs. I mean, I listen to YouTube videos while I drive to work.
Oh. The guys were making fun of me while I was at work because last month I used 60 gigs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why are they making fun of you?
I don't know. Like they're like
That seems normal these days, right?
to me. I felt so because they're like, "Don't you ever connect to Wi-Fi?" I'm like, "No, I have unlimited data. Why would I connect to Wi-Fi? It's like that's a waste of time."
Well, Wi-Fi is more reliable, I think. I come to find.
Yeah, but I've never had a problem with like when people say that.
If you've never had a problem with it, but usually I connect to Wi-Fi because I know I'm not gonna have any like typical like blackouts unless the actual internet connection at my house or wherever I am goes down.
The only place I ever experienced that is like when I'm driving, which I can't connect to Wi-Fi at that point.
Right.
Is like when the signal starts to degrade. But I just found it was weird. I'm like, you connect to Wi-Fi? They're like, yeah, we connect to Wi-Fi at work. We connect to Wi-Fi at home. And I'm like, why? You're paying for unlimited data. Like, use their network.
Yeah, I do have unlimited data now, but I feel like, I don't know, they throttle you at some points, and then sometimes, yeah, like I said, Broward is really shitty.
So T-Mobile, this is something I liked about T-Mobile, is AT&T will throttle you at a certain gig amount, whereas T-Mobile only throttles the top 3%. So whoever that is in the top 3% would get throttled. It's so like as usage goes up, they continue to improve their network. It's not like, all right, we're only going to throttle everybody at 20 gigs because everyone's using around 8. But, oh, no problem. We're only throttling people over 20 gigs. It's like, all right, I don't use 20 gigs now.
Yeah.
But like 5 years down the road, it's like we're still throttling 20 gigs or you have to pay for more. And it's like, well, now we all use 25 gigs, So whereas, what do you call it, says, all right, it's just the top 3%, whatever the top 3% is. We're going to throttle them because obviously they're using more than the 97% out there.
Yeah.
So it's always, being upped.
Son of a bitch.
So one thing I want to say is this: all this affecting us, like this one little thing of the sun affecting us, like changing that. No way the sun could be affecting climate change.
Why wouldn't it? Why couldn't it?
It does. That's why. That's my point. I'm pointing out. Like,
you're saying
look at this
sun.
one little cycle change in the sun and how it's changed our planet and adjusted something. It's like obviously it's people causing global warming and not the sun.
Hey, do what pays. If people will buy it, they'll buy it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, how is Al Gore doing? We were just talking about him.
We were.
What is Al Gore doing?
What does he do right now? Hold on.
I know he made the what do they call the movie?
An inconvenient sequel.
Inconvenient Truth
That
and sequel.
Flopped so bad.
It did, yeah.
He deserved that though, because he's a dick.
Well, he was like, I guess I never saw Inconvenient Truth. Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it. I actually went to the theater to see it.
Wow.
I didn't know I saw 3 movies in one night. My buddy and I, we just went to like 3 independent movies.
You're wild, man.
Yeah. This was in high school. He had like a friend that was going to get him into each movie. He's like, all right, we're going to go to see a few movies tonight. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm down for that.
We're going to go see a few movies.
And another one of his buddies who got into each one free. I didn't pay for any of them.
Nice. You can't argue with that, really.
But we saw Inconvenient Truth. I didn't know we were going to see that. I'm like, wow, this is fucking lefty.
Oh, wow.
Even then, I was just like, yeah, this is, I'm not onto this.
So, yeah. I mean, so what was the first one like?
The first one?
Like, wasn't it just like, he's like, in 10 years, like, the ocean's gonna flood over and...
It's a PowerPoint slide. Essentially, that's all it was him doing a PowerPoint presentation.
Like a TED Talk.
Not even, the TED Talks are better. Like, it's literally, he's in a movie theater and he has the PowerPoint presentation behind him. And, like, I swear it was filmed in a movie theater. And he just goes through all this information that's all been, like, debunked now. Because it's like, oh, the sea level is going to be at this height now. That's not true.
Right.
There's not going to be any snow on this mountain by, like, 2015. There's still snow on that mountain.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he made a whole bunch of stupid predictions in it. And none of it came true.
Yikes. That's probably what he's hiding out.
And that's why I think, what do you call it, flopped so hard.
Inconvenient sequel.
Was that, like, all his predictions in that one didn't come true. And it's like, well, no one's going to promote this because your last one sucked. Because everyone would have just looked at the last one and be like, well, none of that was true.
But if it was true, like, it would have sold out, like, immediately.
Probably. Like, if like, maybe one of the things happened, it would have sold out. You know, what was interesting is, like, when that movie came out, his ranch was using more electricity than the town next to it.
Oh, wow.
At that time.
Now it's Bitcoin rigs using all of it up.
Is he heavily invested in Bitcoin?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's like, maybe that's what he's doing. That's why he's laying so low. He's like,
I will be back.
He's running Bitcoin rigs, just like ruining the environment.
I have to make my predictions come true.
Yeah. So I know you're not a huge fan of Super Troopers. right?
I've seen it. I just never thought it was like that spectacular.
I don't understand you sometimes.
Why?
But anyways, there's a sequel coming out next Friday.
Really?
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Does that have all the original people?
Yeah. So they have they're gonna be in like Canada or something like that.
Instead of in the United States?
Yeah, I don't know how they're working that out. Like they're Vermont police, but like somehow they're gonna be police in Canada. I don't know.
Are they Mounties?
I don't even know that's gonna work. Yeah, I guess they're gonna be taking over like as Mounties. So they're gonna be like they're gonna be warring against Mounties, I guess, like taking over. So I don't know. I thought that's pretty cool. Like their Super Troopers came out. I think it was. I want to say like 2004. 2002.
I was gonna say I thought it was a couple years before.
So it's been 16 years since the movie came out, and for some fucking reason they gave it a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. How fucking dare you? It was amazing. It's amazing. It's got a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. So I don't know.
It wasn't that good.
Rotten Tomatoes is biased.
Really?
This is bullshit. And then Google users 87% liked the movie.
I think you have to kind of be in culture to like that film.
What? Like drug culture?
Yeah.
Drug school?
Because a lot of it revolves around being high, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if you've never been
in the box office, it was the budget was $3 million and it made $23 million.
It's a good return.
Exactly.
Because I doubt they promoted it that much.
Yeah, I forget how I even saw it. I didn't even see it in theaters. I forget how I saw it. Now that I think about it.
I just saw it recently, actually, I saw bits and pieces on TV and stuff like that, but I think I just recently, like a year ago, watched it.
I think this is a really good movie.
That was all right.
Stop it. Stop fueling my silent rage.
That was all right for me. I could feel your rage more by bringing up that Budapest Hotel movie.
Oh my god, I can't believe you didn't like Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh my god,
I cannot believe it. Did you tell anybody that?
What?
Did you tell anybody else that?
No.
You didn't like Grand Budapest Hotel? Because you're ashamed. You are ashamed that you didn't like
No one's ever brought up that movie ever.
Because everybody likes it.
No, you would think if people liked it, it would be like, hey, have you ever saw this movie? Just like you brought it up, no one's ever done that with that movie. You're the only person who's ever brought it up.
It made what it made in the theater, so I'm gonna leave it at that. And I was watching The Royal Tenenbaums, which is another movie by him, and that movie's fucking hilarious too. You probably wouldn't like it, but you know, it is what it is. You probably wouldn't like Wes Anderson movies at all if you didn't like that one, because that's his best one in my opinion.
The Last Jedi made a shit ton of movie, and that was a shit movie.
Oh yeah.
So box office doesn't really.
So are you anti The Last Jedi?
Am I anti Last Jedi? Yeah, I don't think you can be for Last Jedi.
I personally do not like the politics behind the movie.
I haven't met a single person that likes the film.
They kind of fucked up Star Wars by bringing in all this bullshit into it. Mm-hmm. They should have let Star Wars was like a holy ground. It was hollow ground, and they fucking took a big shit on it. You know what I mean?
You took a lightsaber and stuck it right up Luke's ass.
Yeah.
Basically, you made a 2-hour film of just fucking men in the ass with lightsabers.
Yeah, that was like bullshit, man. Like I don't understand why they did that.
And that guy got the guy who wrote that one and directed it got 3 more movies.
Rian Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
That blows my mind. Like how much people hated Last Jedi, and you're gonna greenlight him for 3 more movies.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
I think they live in a bubble. Like I don't think they realize how disliked Last Jedi is.
Or they just have to see the dollar impact of the next movie, because Han Solo's coming out Memorial Weekend.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't even watched the trailer.
The 25th.
I'm just not even interested now.
I feel like I have to take a stand, man. This aggression will not stand.
You are attacking my childhood.
Seriously, like they should have just left it alone. Like what if they took the Little Mermaid and it was like, oh, you guys only like care about women in this, and we're just gonna make the Little Mermaid a man, and he's gonna fucking have a gun underwater and shoot everybody. I don't know. I guess that's the opposite of it.
Segueing from that one. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something else about the Star. Oh, what I really wanted them to do with when they bought the franchise was just jump 100 years ahead of time.
That or yeah, just go at a different story completely.
Just let them be the legend. Just let the old just be.
They can talk about them in the script, maybe like
Right,
just
yeah.
reference them, but
Reference them.
just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. The only one I wanted to be still alive was Luke, and just like
Yeah.
how Yoda was like really old, didn't really like
Because he has to pass on the legacy.
Right, so just he would be alive in a temple, and like they would go to him for like wisdom or whatever. But like he'd be the only one, and like tell stories to younglings and stuff like
Yeah.
Like he would just be that old Jedi that was still around, just because he was so strong in the Force. That's why he was still
I
alive.
wanted to see him be badass, and he was badass, kind of, and to a certain extent. But he wasn't really like Luke fucking Skywalker.
No, and it's like he died, and it's like, well, how does that work? Like,
Yeah, he like died from using the Force.
yeah, like he just like sped. Like having a heart attack after sex or something like that.
I mean, Yoda's the only other one that kind of just died of just I guess old age.
Yeah, he died of old age, and
He
what's his
wasn't
name
using
got
the
hit by a
Force,
lightsaber and disappeared into the Force.
Yeah, that was weird though.
What?
That one didn't make any sense.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just like disappeared. Like, he couldn't just get chopped in half. They probably couldn't do the effect of him getting chopped in half.
They might not have been able to do
That's
the
why he
effect
just
then.
disappeared.
Or he might just not wanted the blood. Like,
Well, that guy hated filming the movie.
oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Although he made $70 million from it.
Yeah, I bet he's happy about that.
His family is. He died
That fucker.
in like the late 90s, I think, or early 2000s.
Yeah, he was pretty old.
But he got like 3% of merchandising.
Yeah.
And that's how he was able... was it 3? I don't think that's a lot. I think it's like a 0.5% or something of merchandising.
Yeah.
That's how he got him to do the other 2 movies.
You got to get
Because he absolutely hated Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have. I guess he did do the other movies, right? Because
Yeah, he did the
he's
other
a
two.
Force ghost.
Right, like he did Empire Strikes Back. He showed up in Luke, from
Yeah.
a certain point of view.
Like he was just like on set. Like this is gonna be terrible. This movie
This
sucks.
Lucas guy just does not know what the fuck he's doing.
It's like just oh my god, yeah. I if I was Lucas, I don't know. I guess Lucas just left him in the movie. He already signed the deal. He already hired him, as the actor.
But what do you mean left him in the movie?
He left him in the movie. I mean, he could have got rid of him. I mean, the guy was just talking openly bad about the movie.
Yeah, but I think he wanted to write Obi-Wan back in there.
Yeah,
Like he was in the third one only for a second.
yeah.
It was really the second one that he had him come back for.
right,
To have that like talk with Luke.
but he made 70 million out of that.
Over time. It
Yeah.
wasn't just right then, but he made like something around $70 million from getting paid that.
So how do you feel about an Obi-Wan movie
That's all right. I mean,
with Ewan McGregor?
yeah, supposedly they're trying to in talks to see if he wants to play the part again.
They fucked it up, dude.
What?
They already fucked it up. Like everybody's like kind of pissed off of what they did in The Last Jedi that they're like gonna boycott any future Star Wars movie.
Like I'm not excited. Like you mentioned Obi-Wan, you mentioned Han Solo. It's just like it doesn't excite me anymore. Like
Yeah.
Like when Last Jedi was coming out. Like
What
I
about
couldn't
a
wait-
Darth Vader movie?
We had that. That was the prequels.
But no, I mean Darth Vader, not like
That was the story
not
of Darth
bitch ass
Vader.
Anakin.
Oh, you don't want crying Anakin?
I want like the 30 years in between, like where he was just fucking shit up.
I don't know. I think that
They
one
didn't
might
really
be a little boring.
even in Rogue One, they didn't really show like the true power of Darth Vader.
No. But I mean, I don't know. It's just like it doesn't excite me anymore. Like they've
They really just like like
They've
everybody's.
really ruined it for me to where it's like I almost don't even give a shit anymore
That's
about
because
Star
you
Wars.
used to love Star Wars. You have like
Oh,
a bunch
yeah.
of Star Wars collectibles too.
Yeah, I have a shit ton of stuff.
And you have the Yoda in your office.
Yeah, I have the little Yoda that has his lightsaber and he swings it around.
This is
I have
like-
a BB-8. I almost bought another BB-8. Like,
Do you see what you've done? Do you see the harm you've caused?
I still love the originals. Like I would still put those on and watch them and stuff like that. But any of the new stuff like that Disney is putting out, I just have no excitement. Like I'll watch some of it on video and stuff, and if they've improved, then I might
Pirate it. We'll pirate it.
Yeah, I'll pirate it. But
Yeah.
if they improve, then I'll give them a chance. But I'm not gonna go to the theater and see it anymore. Like I just find that a waste of time now. I might go at the tail end of it.
What about Star Trek? Are you still jazzed about Star Trek?
No, like
No, you don't. You don't like the movies, the new movies.
I hated the new movies.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were okay. I mean,
I thought the newest one was kind of goofy.
the new did we go see the newest one together? I think.
I thought we did, yeah.
Yeah.
Like where he had the old 1950s motorcycle.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
That still had oil in it. Still had gas and
Yeah.
worked. It was there's
I hated those. And this new show, there's a Discovery.
there's
right?
a new show.
So a friend of mine was trying to get me to watch it because he likes it, and I absolutely hated it. I was just like, But they always do, and it's a style of the new movies, is this weird camera angle. So like if I'm standing like looking out the bridge, like they do this camera angle so they can get really close, but to get it a wide shot, they turn the camera on its side. There's a term for that style of camera shot. It's like Dutch something. And
Dutch oven.
It's not Dutch oven, but it's there's a term for that style of camera because like Jay, what do you call it? What's Bob and Jay and some
Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith has used that, and in one of his commentaries, he explained like using that camera angle, but it's usually used for comedy. You know, it's not used for.
Here, let me see if I can get a visual on this.
But it's a really annoying camera angle, and they did it constantly. And the girl in it should have died in the very beginning. But
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they like angle it like in like close up.
Let me see.
It's like a close up angle. Hold on. Like that.
Yes, absolutely. I fucking hate that camera angle, and they
You
do it all the time.
I mean, I don't terribly mind it.
It annoys the crap out of it because it takes me out of it.
Does it?
Yeah, when you do a weird thing with the camera like that, it takes me out of the story. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm watching a TV show. Like, to me, it just interrupts the story because it's not a normal way to view something.
Right. I could see that.
Like, unless your head was like this your entire life, like turned to the side, you're like, okay, all right, now I'm into this show. They're like, why can't we do more shows like this?
What about Split? Did you ever see Split?
No, I never got a chance to see that.
We should watch that for the next week. I don't think we have a movie of the week this week.
No, we don't.
No.
I realized that when I was driving back from Tallahassee, I was like, oh, we haven't really chosen a movie.
We should watch Battlefield Earth. That's got to be one of them. That should be a watch a movie with us.
Yes, we should definitely watch Battlefield Earth.
You know that's about Scientology, right?
Yeah.
It's like the story of Xenu, Lord Xenu.
Oh yeah. Okay, I want to watch Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, because it's like supposedly the worst movie ever made.
That was
supposedly. Is it the worst movie ever made?
I
think it's got rated as the worst movie ever made.
Yeah, rated, but it wasn't the biggest box office blunder. Box office blunder. Box office blunder. What do you call it? A pirate movie from the late '80s, or it might have been the early '90s. What was it called? I'd have to look it up now.
A pirate movie?
Yeah, that's why it took them like Pirates of the Caribbean. They didn't.
It's funny. The reason I mentioned that is because of this Dutch oven shot you talked about.
Dutch oven.
It's called a Dutch tilt.
There we go.
That sounds like a sexual position.
It probably came from a fucking.
Yeah, it's like
from during porn.
Let's do a Dutch tilt. Oh man.
So where is it? Where's the list of box office bombs? It might have been beat by now, but I think adjusted for inflation.
Didn't Shia LaBeouf's movie only make like $23 in Britain that one time? Did you see that?
No.
He had a movie come out it only made like $23.
Really? What is the name of that film? Damn it.
Oh no, it made $8.71 in the UK. It sold one ticket.
It would be funny if that was just a mistake.
It was 7 pounds, 9 ounces.
12 biggest box office disasters of all time. Jupiter Ascending. Heaven's Gate. Where is it?
Who's in Jupiter Ascending?
Sahara. Estimated loss 121 million. Holy crap.
The one with Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah. I didn't think that was that bad of a film, though.
I could see them spending a lot of money on Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, like they put up way too. Oh, John Connor lost 125 million.
Terminator?
No, John Carter. Sorry, not Connor. Carter.
Okay.
We went to Mars or something like that.
Oh, that was actually a good movie. Me and some friends went to see that.
Lone Ranger lost 96 to 120. I guess they don't know exactly how much.
Is that Johnny Depp?
Yeah, that movie looked stupid. Final Fantasy, The Fall of Roman Empire. Where is Adventure of Pluto Nash?
That was a good movie too.
Estimated loss 126 million. Holy crap!
Did you ever see that? The Adventures of Pluto Nash?
No. Mars Needs Moms. Estimated 137.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah. Cutthroat Island, that's what it is. 1995, estimated loss of $137 million. It was the biggest box.
Adjusted for inflation?
I think these are all adjusted. Oh, 47 Ronin lost 151 million.
Oh, that was a good movie too. The one with Keanu Reeves.
The 13th Warrior estimated loss 98 to 183 million. So that one's estimated.
Who's the 13th Warrior?
Based on Michael Crichton's Eaters of the Dead.
Oh, Antonio Banderas?
Yep, Antonio Banderas.
It's got a 6.6 on IMDb.
Do you ever see... they're just saying box office loss. They're not necessarily saying that it was a bad movie.
Well, it was 1999, and it lost, what, 24 million?
They're estimating a 98 to 183.
That's adjusted for inflation? Inflation's that bad?
Is this adjusted for inflation?
Because it has here, the 13th Warrior, the budget is 85 million. And the box office...
Oh, this is measured up to modern standards.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is adjusted for inflation.
That's crazy. In 1999, like $24 million like is equivalent to $133 million now?
Well, remember, it's also promotion.
Okay,
So
like
marketing, all the stuff that they do to get like the actor around and stuff like that. They're estimating all that in there.
What happened to Antonio Banderas? He had some good ones.
Yeah. He's actually a good actor.
I like Antonio Banderas.
You know,
well, he was Puss in Boots. That's probably why he's chilling out.
Yeah, he probably made a shitload of money because then they made a Puss in Boots movie.
Yeah, he got all that YouTube money.
What do you call it? Have you ever seen that Heineken commercial with Benicio del Toro?
Yeah.
And where
where
the people are knocking and they want a picture. He's like, "Excuse me, I have fans," and then like Antonio Banderas. I love just the way he looks back at the camera, like motherfucker.
I like Benicio. He's funny.
He's one of my favorite actors. I think he should try doing comedy. I think he would do really, really well at comedy.
He likes weird movies though. I think it's a personality thing.
But up until recently, Cutthroat Island in 1999 was the biggest box office.
So the biggest one now is 13th Warrior?
I guess that's according to this like movie cheat sheet thing. So I guess 47 Ronin beat it out. Which I think I watched that movie. I think I did. I can't remember now.
Beowulf. I saw that.
It ballooned to 225 million in the budget for that one. Holy crap. What do you call it? Spent 98 million in 1995, along with 17 million in marketing for Cutthroat Island.
Are all those numbers adjusted for inflation?
Yeah, this is what I'm adjusting for inflation.
Okay. Because those numbers sound ridiculous in 1995. Like, I feel like the biggest movie was like a James Bond movie in the 90s.
I think this is all adjusted for inflation. Jupiter Ascending looks stupid.
Who was in Jupiter Ascending?
It was Mila Kunis. And,
no way, Mila Kunis.
Who played the dude? What's the guy from Magic Mike?
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, it was those two.
Yeah, this does look like a shitty movie.
Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
Sahara wasn't that bad of a movie. They just spent way too much money on it. Like, for what the movie was, like, how do you give it that much of a? It cost 160 million to produce. Holy shit!
You said there was another movie in there that I really liked.
John Carter.
Yeah, it's John Carter.
Carter
of Mars.
Yeah, that looked like it was stupid.
I like that movie.
That was like one of Disney's biggest blunders.
I can't believe Channing. Oh, what is it? From the creators of The Matrix. That's probably why. I mean, like, they chop their dicks off, and that's what you get.
Oh, I forgot they're chicks now.
They're the Wachowski sisters.
It's weird that they both.
What if the Coen brothers like did it to keep up?
Wait, who are the Coen brothers?
The Coen brothers did Fargo and No Country for Old Men.
You just see everyone like, no, I'm a chick now.
Well, they're Coen. I think they're the Coen brothers or Ethan. Well, they're at least brothers. I don't know if they call themselves the Coen brothers.
Probably not. Do they make films together?
I think they call them the Coen brothers.
Do they?
They do, yeah. They write movies, and I want to say, I don't know if they just do screenplays, but they have some really good stuff. I wonder if they're gonna come out. They had No Country for Old Men. We gotta watch that one. That's
the one that has no music, right?
Yeah, there's no soundtrack to it. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's so sick.
That's one that's been on my list to watch.
It's one of those movies. Like, it's like why didn't I watch this like 20 years ago when it came out?
We gotta do a watch a movie with this.
Yeah,
we gotta get one of those.
Well, we gotta do We got to start with the. We got to cut. Yeah. We just got to start building the list. We have a list. I mean, we have Citizen Kane. I already have that downloaded.
I'd like to do Battlefield Earth. I'd like it to be a little bit more funny. I really like to watch the movie. It might be funny.
It might be funny. I mean, you never know. Like these days, like when people did stuff back then, like that was dramatic. It looks goofy.
Yeah, that's true. The way people talked.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch Lincoln?
Are the girls overact? They're like, oh no. Whatever will I do? Like, it just sounds like so dramatic.
Did you ever watch? What did I say?
I don't know. What did you say?
There was something I was gonna say.
Get it together, man.
Get it together. Tom, pay attention.
To yourself. You want me to rewind the fucking...
Yeah, can we rewind this? I completely forgot.
Wait, let me pause it so we can rewind it and see what you said.
It'd be funny if all of a sudden we're like, all right, we're back.
Samsonite. That was way off. So Westworld. Let's talk about that real quick. Have you watched Westworld?
No.
Son of a motherfucker.
I almost forgot about this. I wanted to before I forget.
Okay.
I was watching Flash the other night.
Okay.
I watched Flash on the CW, and
On the CW.
So Kevin Smith has directed a few and written a few episodes of that and Supergirl.
So that's when they switch directors like every show or something?
Yeah, so he'll come in and write a couple episodes and direct those episodes, and then he did that with Supergirl too. Both him and Jay were on the episode last week. It's so fun. They're not like, they don't name them, but they're both doing something. Like they're trying to move this box, and he's like, this box is like 6 feet tall, and they're like, this is not moving. He doesn't speak too, just like Salem. So he does and he goes, let's go get the big dolly.
Jason
like,
Mewes?
Yeah,
like, he's the one he's talking.
Yeah, he's like, let's go get the big dolly. He's like, okay, he shakes his head. They come back with this like little fold up dolly.
I might go watch that, like just that episode.
I can give it to you. It's on my laptop.
Yeah, like I like that kind of stuff.
I can bring it up.
Funny.
It's really funny that he got both of them to they got both of them to do it.
Yeah,
he's a big fan of the show.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I wish he would become executive producer.
Is that recently? This is like after his heart attack. This is
they filmed this a while ago.
Oh, okay.
So I think they just wrapped up the season finale.
Yeah.
So they would have filmed this probably like 3 months ago.
So how do you think the heart attack's gonna affect all the other stuff he had coming out?
I don't know. I think he's doing well. He lost like 35 pounds.
Yeah, I know, but like that was like pre-heart attack, right?
No. After the heart attack, he's lost
35 pounds since the heart attack.
Yeah, because he posted like a few weeks ago that he lost 26, and his goal was like 35, so he's got to hit that by now.
Ooh.
But yeah, he's losing weight and trying to. So I think he'll be fine. Looks like he's taking it seriously, like the weight loss.
Good for him. I mean, yeah, heart attack's as serious you could fucking get.
Yeah.
Really.
He said if no one was there, he would have died.
Yeah.
He said the only reason he survived is because his friends were there to take him to the hospital. Otherwise, he would have died
driving there.
No, he couldn't move.
Oh, he couldn't move.
Yeah, he said he was just like pouring sweat and like his chest was like locked up. It was like that was the only way that he survived was his friends were there. I think they called an ambulance. But like had no one been there, like he wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, so you don't watch Westworld.
I don't, although so many people
get into that already?
So many people. Yeah, could you catch up on Walking Dead? I mean,
Hey. We're not talking about me right now.
Apparently we are.
No, seriously though, Walking Dead's like going on forever. There's nothing new happening. But Westworld is exciting and new. And it's really good. I think you really, really like it.
President Trump says he's ordered U.S. military strikes on Syria.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Whatever. That's just a shit show.
I love how the pictures they use, he's just like this. At a table. They use the worst photos for him on Bing.
Yeah.
So Westworld, what's the premise of Westworld?
So there's like I guess it's more like, it's like an adult amusement park kind of, where there are like artificial intelligence, like robots that allow you to like, play out different stories. And it's set in like the 1800s, like during the Wild West. So
So are the characters, the recurring characters of the show playing in the, or is the recurring characters run the park? Like,
So there's real people that come into the park, and then there's the robots as well. That
are the robots characters?
yeah,
Okay.
They're main characters as well.
Okay.
So it's really really interesting stuff.
Where's the name Westworld come?
That's because it's set in like the Western.
Oh, the
time.
Western. Okay.
So the Westworld. But yeah, it's really really good.
I've been told that
It has Ed Harris in it. I don't know if you know who Ed Harris is. He's a really good
he's a really good actor. He was on
Yeah.
Apollo 13
He's the Man in Black.
and the Truman Show.
Yeah, he plays a really good character. I forget the guy's name. I just know his character's name, Bernard. He was Felix in the Bond movies, if you remember him.
Felix.
He worked for the CIA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that guy, and Anthony Hopkins is in the first season.
He's not in the second season? He's
Yes.
getting old.
Yes. Yeah, he is getting old, but he's still a really good actor. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. Well, you don't get bad at acting as you get older.
yeah. Evan Rachel Wood is one of the main characters too.
Yeah, I did see that she was in that.
Yeah, she plays Dolores.
Will Ferrell released from the hospital after car accident.
Yeah, I saw that. What the fuck happened there? He got his car got flipped over,
Oh, really?
but he's all right now. I mean, he's all right.
Yeah, he's fine.
I was just thinking how he would react to that. He's so sarcastic. Like, I wonder if he'd make a bit out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure somewhere he's going to be making jokes about it.
I'm just like, how serious would he take something like that?
I'm sure not at all. Like, I'm sure he's cracking jokes as the paramedics got there and everything.
This just in, San Diego. Oh man.
It'd be funny if you immediately turned into Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a reflex though, where it's like a weird thing like about his personality where he can't take anything serious. He like shuts down and like becomes this character.
I have a hard time taking things seriously. Like, I can tell people start getting annoyed at work.
Yeah, well, I mean, like certain things. Like
I try to crack jokes, and they're just like, "Tom, no."
Tom, stop it. This is serious. I want to feel these feelings. Yeah, everybody's so fucking serious these days.
Yeah, let's just fucking lighten up. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, people died at 30 fucking 100 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
All right, well, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No, I think we could wrap it up.
I think we've rambled on enough for the people. So
For the people.
For the people, by the people. We didn't talk about Michael Cohen, though. We can talk about him next week, though, because I don't have enough information. I just know the FBI raided him.
Yeah.
And he has allegedly taped conversations.
Of what?
Of just conversations.
Oh.
I don't know. It could be like anybody. It could be Stormy Daniels.
Allegedly. Stormy Daniels.
She's got some huge boobs, dude.
Does she? I've never actually, like, I've seen, like, a small picture, but I've never... Is she attractive, at least?
She's not my type.
Let's see. Stormy Daniels. Is it Stormy Daniels? Stormy Daniels.
Daniels. You've never seen Stormy Daniels? Are you lying right now?
Stormy Daniels. Oh, yeah, she's pretty good looking.
She's got some New York boobs right there.
I would think that would be LA boobs.
I think she... No, they're real.
Oh, so they're New York boobs.
You see what
Damn, she does have some big knockers on her. Holy
I would
crap.
think she'd want to get a reduction. Like, her back should be like...
She's probably trying to ride it as long as she can. And then,
No, there's no way she can ride it. She's 39 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like... She's post that life.
Post that life. Hopefully, she stocked away some of that money.
I doubt it. She threatened... I'm not threatened. She offered to give the money back, but, she's going to shop around a deal for, a book or something like
Well,
that.
that's what she did.
Yeah.
She probably took that money, not thinking he'd ever be president. It was just trying to get quick cash out of them.
She was trying to get on The Apprentice.
Oh, was she?
If you watch the interview, the 60 Minutes interview, yeah, that's why they had sex. Like, he promised her, like, she would get on the 60 Minutes. Or not 60 Minutes.
On,
Did I do it again? Yeah, The Apprentice.
On The Apprentice.
I said The Apprentice the first time, though, right?
You said The Apprentice the first time.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I think we're losing our minds. It's got to be the sun. The sun's fucking doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For me, it's all the traveling.
It's all that. But anyways, this was Choice.
This is Tom.
And this was the Applesauce Podcast.
See you next week.
See you next time in podcasts.